Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the wisdom of Buddha, exploring 10 powerful situations where silence is truly golden. In a world saturated with noise and constant chatter, it's easy to forget the profound impact of silence. We often rush to fill the silence, to make ourselves heard, to have the last word. But what if I told you that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to simply be still and listen? What if the answers we seek are found not in the words we speak, but in the quiet spaces between them? Buddha taught us that silence is not merely the absence of sound, but a potent force for inner peace, clarity, and wisdom. It's a space where we can connect with our true selves, cultivate compassion, and respond to life's challenges with grace and understanding. Over the next few chapters, we'll uncover 10 specific situations where embracing silence can transform your life. Anger, a powerful emotion, often leads us to say or do things we later regret. It's like a raging fire that can burn bridges and leave scars. But what if we could tame that fire? That's where the power of silence comes in. Instead of reacting, try pausing, taking a deep breath, and choosing silence. This creates a space between our emotions and reactions. In that space, we can cool down and respond with wisdom. Embrace the power of silence to find peace within and create harmony around you. In the age of instant information, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we have all the answers. Social media feeds us snippets of stories, often lacking context or presenting a single perspective. It's tempting to jump to conclusions to form opinions based on incomplete information, but as the old saying goes, a little knowledge can be a dangerous thing. When we speak without a full understanding of the situation, we risk spreading misinformation, fueling misunderstandings, and ultimately causing more harm than good. This is where the power of silence becomes invaluable. Instead of rushing to fill the void with assumptions and half-truths, pause and acknowledge the limits of your knowledge. Embrace the humility of saying, "I don't know," or "Tell me more." Remember, true wisdom lies not in having all the answers, but in having the courage to admit when we don't know. By embracing silence and approaching situations with a learner's mindset, we open ourselves up to new perspectives, deeper understanding, and more meaningful connections. Section 2. Seeking clarity and understanding. When we resist the urge to speak prematurely and embrace silence instead, we create space for seeking clarity and understanding. It's in this space that we can ask questions, listen attentively, and gather all the necessary information before forming an opinion or taking action. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't start constructing the walls before laying a solid foundation. Similarly, before we express our thoughts and opinions, it's crucial to ensure they are grounded in accurate information and a comprehensive understanding of the situation. This process of seeking clarity might require patience, research, and a willingness to challenge our own biases. It's not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. When we speak from a place of knowledge and understanding, our words carry weight, inspire trust, and contribute to more constructive conversations. So the next time you encounter a situation where you don't have all the facts, remember the power of silence. Use it to create space for learning, to seek clarity, and to ensure that your words are a force for good in the world. We've all been there, right? That urge to point out someone's flaws, to offer unsolicited advice, to correct them in a moment of perceived wisdom. But before those words leave your lips, ask yourself this: is it constructive or destructive? Is it coming from a place of love or a place of ego? You see, our words hold incredible power. They have the ability to uplift and inspire, but they also have the ability to wound and diminish. When we criticize carelessly, we contribute to negativity, not growth. We chip away at someone's confidence and create unnecessary distance. Instead, choose silence. In those moments where criticism threatens to spill over, let silence be your guide. Use that pause to reflect on your intentions. Ask yourself, what am I hoping to achieve with my words? Will this criticism truly benefit the other person, or am I simply seeking to elevate myself? Remember, true wisdom often lies in knowing when to speak and when to hold back. Choose kindness, choose empathy, choose silence. Let your words be a source of positivity and growth, not a weapon of destruction. Now, this doesn't mean we should never offer feedback or address something that's not working. There's a difference between destructive criticism and constructive feedback. Destructive criticism tears down, belittles, and judges. Constructive feedback, on the other hand, is offered with empathy and a genuine desire for growth. Silence can be a powerful tool for transforming criticism into growth. It allows us to step back from the heat of the moment and approach the situation with a calmer, more rational mind. It gives us the space to choose our words carefully, ensuring they are delivered with kindness and a genuine desire to help. Think about a time when someone offered you constructive criticism. How did it make you feel? Did it make you defensive, or did it inspire you to improve? Chances are it was the way they said it, the intention behind their words, that made all the difference. So the next time you're about to criticize someone, pause, breathe, choose silence. Let it be the bridge that transforms potential harm into an opportunity for growth, understanding, and connection. We've all been there, facing a situation where the truth feels uncomfortable, inconvenient, or even scary. It's tempting, isn't it, to twist the narrative, to tell a little white lie, to protect ourselves or someone else from discomfort. But let me tell you, the cost of dishonesty is far greater than any temporary relief it might bring. Every lie, no matter how small, chips away at the foundation of trust. It creates a web of deceit that we then have to maintain, leading to more lies, more justifications, and ultimately more pain. It erodes our integrity, that inner compass that guides us to live in alignment with our values. Silence in the face of temptation to lie is a powerful act of courage. It's about choosing integrity over convenience, honesty over deception. It's about acknowledging the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, and finding the strength to face the consequences. Remember, every time we choose honesty, every time we choose silence over a lie, we strengthen our integrity. We build trust with ourselves and with others, and that, my friends, is a far more valuable reward than any temporary escape a lie might offer. Now, choosing silence in the face of a lie doesn't mean staying silent forever. It's about pausing, reflecting, and finding the courage to speak your truth when the time is right. It's about finding your voice, not through fabrication, but through authenticity. Sometimes that might mean admitting a mistake, even when it's hard. It might mean having a difficult conversation that you've been avoiding. It might mean standing up for what you believe in, even when it's unpopular. Remember, your voice matters, your truth matters, but it's in the moments of silence, in the moments where you resist the temptation to lie, that you truly find the strength and clarity to speak your truth with conviction and authenticity. So the next time you're tempted to lie, choose silence. Let it be the space where you find your voice, where you choose integrity, and where you build a foundation of trust that will serve you well throughout your life. We've all been there, haven't we? Observing someone's actions, their choices, their life, and feeling that familiar tug of judgment. It's easy to sit back and critique, to label, to categorize. But what if I told you that every time we judge someone, we're actually judging a part of ourselves? You see, this judgment often stems from our own insecurities, our own unmet needs, our own fears. We see in others what we dislike in ourselves, or what we fear we might become. It's a defense mechanism, a way of creating distance between us and the perceived threat. But here's the thing. True peace and happiness come from connection, not separation. When we judge others, we create a wall between ourselves and the world around us. We miss out on the beauty of diversity, the richness of different perspectives, the opportunity for empathy and understanding. So the next time you feel that familiar sting of judgment, pause, breathe, choose silence. Let it be a reminder that we are all connected, that we are all on our own unique journeys, and that true wisdom lies in compassion, not condemnation. Silence in the face of judgment is a powerful act of self-reflection. It's about turning inward and examining the root of our judgment. What is it about this person or situation that's triggering such a strong reaction within me? What can I learn about myself from this experience? Often when we take the time to truly listen to our inner voice, we discover that our judgments are rarely about the other person. They're about us, our past experiences, our insecurities, our fears. And in that realization, in that moment of self-awareness, we open ourselves up to the possibility of growth and transformation. We begin to see the world through a lens of compassion, recognizing that everyone is fighting their own battles, carrying their own burdens. We learn to replace judgment with understanding, criticism with empathy, and separation with connection. So the next time you feel judgment creeping in, embrace silence. Let it be the space where you cultivate compassion, where you connect with your shared humanity, and where you remember that we are all in this together. Have you ever felt the weight of a promise? That feeling of responsibility, of knowing that someone is relying on you? Our words have power, and a promise carries a weight that can impact our relationships. Before we let a promise escape our lips, it's vital to pause. This pause isn't about hesitation or fear of commitment. It's about creating space for mindful reflection. Are we truly capable of delivering on this promise? Do we have the time, the resources, the willpower to see it through? Or are we caught in the heat of the moment, driven by a desire to please or impress? This mindful silence before making a promise is a sign of respect. It demonstrates that we value their trust and that we're not willing to make empty gestures. It shows that we understand the weight of our words and the potential impact they can have. Remember, true strength lies not in making grand promises, but in living up to the ones we make. And that journey begins with a moment of silent contemplation. There's a quiet dignity in declining to make a promise we can't keep. But in the long run, this act of self-awareness and honesty builds trust and strengthens our relationships. It shows that we're not afraid to be vulnerable, to admit our limitations. When we make a conscious decision to remain silent, to refrain from making a promise we can't keep, we're actually speaking volumes. We're communicating our commitment to integrity, our respect for the other person, and our understanding of the power and responsibility that come with making a promise. Think about a time when someone followed through on a promise they made to you. How did it make you feel seen, respected, valued? Now think about a time when someone broke a promise. Did it erode trust, create distance? These experiences highlight the profound impact our words can have. Silence, in this context, is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It's a commitment to being true to ourselves and to others, a commitment to building relationships based on honesty and authenticity. It's about understanding that sometimes the most powerful words are the ones we choose not to say. Think about the people you trust most in your life. What qualities do they possess? Are they good listeners, empathetic, discreet? They understand the weight of our words and the sanctity of confidentiality. They are the keepers of our secrets, the guardians of our vulnerabilities. When someone shares a secret, they entrust us with a piece of themselves. They open themselves up to the possibility of judgment or betrayal. We have a choice to honor their trust or to violate it. Silence becomes an act of deep respect and loyalty. It's a way of saying, I hear you, I see you, and I will hold this space for you with compassion and discretion. Their secret is not ours to share, to gossip about, or to use as leverage. We must extend the same respect and protection to the secrets shared with us. It's a testament to our character and our ability to cultivate genuine, trustworthy relationships. Think about a time when someone betrayed your trust by revealing a secret. How did it make you feel? Hurt? Angry? Betrayed? This breach of trust can damage relationships, sometimes irrevocably. It can make us hesitant to open up to others in the future. When someone honors our trust by keeping our secrets safe, it deepens the bond. It fosters an environment of safety and vulnerability, allowing us to connect on a more authentic level. This act of discretion speaks volumes about their character and their commitment to the relationship. The power of silence and safeguarding secrets goes beyond the individuals involved. it ripples outward, impacting our communities and society as a whole. When we can trust each other to keep our confidences, it creates a more open, honest, and compassionate world. Remember, silence isn't about suppressing our voices. It's about choosing when and how to use them wisely. When we choose silence in the face of someone else's secret, we choose empathy, respect, and the preservation of trust. We become guardians of their vulnerability, contributing to a world where authenticity and connection can thrive. Grief is a universal language, a profound experience that touches us all. It's a complex tapestry of emotions, from sadness and despair to anger and confusion. Sometimes the most compassionate response is silence. When someone we know is grieving, it's natural to want to fill the silence with words. But often, the most powerful thing we can do is simply be present. Silence, in the presence of grief, is not about ignoring their pain. It's about creating a safe space for them to process their emotions. Our presence communicates that we care and are here for them. This silent companionship can be incredibly comforting. It allows them to feel heard and understood without pressure. Silence gives them permission to simply be in their grief. In the face of grief, our words can sometimes fall short. Our presence is often more powerful than our words. Silence allows us to connect on a deeper, more heartfelt level. It allows us to listen with our hearts, to truly hear their unspoken pain. Think about a time when you were grieving. Did you find solace in words or in the quiet presence of others? Often it's the latter that provides the most profound support. Our silence can be a gift to someone who is grieving. It's a gift of our presence, compassion, and willingness to sit with them in their pain. It's a reminder that they are not alone, and we will walk alongside them on their journey through grief. Have you ever been in a conversation where you're just itching to jump in to share your own experience, your own opinion? Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply listen. Active listening isn't just about being quiet while someone else is talking. It's about truly hearing them and understanding their perspective. Put aside your own agenda and give the other person space to express themselves. Speaking out of turn shifts the focus from their experience to yours. Every conversation is a chance to learn, grow, and connect. So the next time you feel that impulse to jump in, take a breath. Allow a moment of silence to settle. You might be surprised by the depth of connection that can emerge when you choose to listen with your full attention. Certain places hold a special energy, a sense of reverence and peace. Think of ancient temples, serene gardens, or even a quiet corner in a library. These spaces invite us to slow down, to turn inward, to connect with something larger than ourselves. When we refrain from unnecessary speech, we allow ourselves to fully absorb the atmosphere, the energy, the subtle whispers of wisdom that these places offer. Embrace the power of silence. Allow yourself to be present, to listen, to simply be. As we conclude our exploration of silence, remember this. It's not about never speaking, but about choosing our words and our moments with intention. Silence, when wielded wisely, becomes a powerful tool for self-awareness, for connection, for navigating the complexities of life with grace and purpose. In a world that's constantly urging us to speak louder, to be heard above the noise, may we all find the courage and the wisdom to embrace the golden silence. May we use it to listen deeply, to speak with intention, and to cultivate a world filled with greater understanding, compassion, and peace.